We are live.
All right, Tom,
Yep.
Sherry. Yep. Beth.
Yep.
Bernie,
Here.
Barb, I'm here, Dave,
Here.
Jason,
Here.
Tandra.
Excused.
Excused.
Okay, Linda. Here. Chris.
Here.
Devin. Larry. Annette.
Here.
Sean.
Here. All right, looking over November's minutes. Any corrections, deletions? If not, need a
I move we accept.
Second.
all in favor?
Same two people.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, old business. I guess Annette, you're up first.
So what I have to report is on the back two sheets of your packet, I have the revenue comparison. So through the end of November, our revenue so far at the golf course is $279,965.75, which is a difference of $21,621 from last year. On days that it is nice, we have been opening the course. I opened last Friday. I will probably open this Friday, as it's going to be in the 50s. So we have brought in a little bit more revenue for that as well. We will do one push next week for Christmas gifts, for gift cards, and passes. So we'll get that out on Facebook. My second piece of information is the breakdowns for the year. So as of today, I actually did the rounds. We are at 16,455 in rounds, and we have currently sold 47 passes for the 2024 season. Majority of those individuals, we sold them in August. They were able to play the remainder of August and all of next season. So we have that, and then also some members, we do a sale in November, so. In comparison, one thing I just want to note there, one thing we just keep watching is our pass play is only at 5,391 in comparison to our overall rounds, which is really good, because that means we are getting outsiders and more people who are bringing revenue into the course. I will say that we have, and we're just about the same number of rounds as last year, maybe a tad more, but I would say I've noticed we did the difference in our rentals. We had more spectator carts that we rented, and we actually rented more carts this year than we did last year. So I would say that would be where we had our difference in our revenue.
How's the condition of our carts?
The condition of the carts are really in good shape. We still have the lease for the 12, so we have one of those that we are dealing with an insurance claim, but carts have fared pretty well this year. We still do have all of our older carts, so that does afford us we aren't scrambling for big events, that we do have carts available. So we're really good with that. And I know I wasn't here last time. Jason reported on that they did do the tree removals. We still have a couple more trees up by the clubhouse. The honey locusts will be coming down, so those are to be completed before the end of the year as well. We did do an assessment on the trees on the course. Our forester, Nate Laymeister, did recommend that the tree on number 1 come down in the fairway, the big one. And it's,
Figured there'd be a smile or something.
I know, it's really not, it's pretty bad. And then the one on 9 by the sledding hill, the big oak there. So those are the two that we'll have on the docket that we'll have to remove probably towards the end of the season next year.
Where are we at with the bridge on 5? What's the trees gone? What do they got to do?
The bridge on 5, Josh Schneider will be working with that. we have to bring in a structural engineer to take a look at the condition. I do know that working with Bree from Erie Soil and Water, she's recommending that we relocate the bridge because of the location of the bridge is in the flow of the creek. And when we do that restoration there, they'd like to make that more of a dry creek bed, so we don't get as much, we can kind of redirect the creek when we're having large floods. So it's in process. Do I think it'll be completed by the beginning of the season? I'm not sure.
It was definitely the high water that took it out, right?
Yeah.
Well, combination of that and the tree.
Combination, the tree, we had 2 trees. One fell on it, one got jammed underneath it. And when it jammed it, we have a slant on our bridge.
Did you have anything to do with the balls that Tommy hit underneath it?
It could have.
Don't go that way. All right, anything else? Chris?
Well, hold on a second. I think it should be, I guess, noticed. Annette started out at the golf course around 2020 when we kind of had some pandemic things going on. And every year, if you're noticing, the golf course used to be an up and down with numbers and money coming in. And consistently each year, it's been gone up with Annette at the helm there. So I really appreciate everything. Everyone should kind of notice that the job that Annette's done there for the past 4 years, 3 years. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big change in kind of how the golf course has been going. I mean, I know we had the diocese and we got the other half of the course,
Right.
and that came through. But just kudos to Annette and having the staff working together out there. And now that we are working with our grounds crew out there too, we'll have some synergy there. So we're just great job in that and
Thank
getting
you.
that turned
Everybody in
around.
the place out there knows that, so it's,
And I do
Very
think too, when we did do the tree plantings last year, and we did it on the land that we acquired from the diocese, that people did notice that we were, because we had said, we didn't originally own that land. And then when we did acquire it, we said we are in the process. We want to do upgrades. We want to make it better. So when we did plant those trees and the extra bushes, people did realize that we definitely are going to do things to only make that course better.
Any other questions on Mills Creek Golf Course? There's probably another tree on one that's going to grow for the next 20 years, so just be ready for that. Wanted to get in your way a little bit.
we won't be able to get to it by then.
Super senior cheese
Yeah.
on burn.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Chris, did you want to talk, update? There's a couple things that were still up in the air when we met last in November, so.
Yeah, just a brief update with the rec center, and the election has officially been certified, and the good news is we went from 35 votes passing to 52, so we made a little progress after they went through and certified the election, and now we're just in the process of putting together next steps to build the rec center. That's
Any
it.
questions?
Projected date?
I'm sorry?
Projected date?
No projection of date yet.
Okay.
We will report as soon as we know. Fall programming, our fall out of school program is going on currently, right now. We've probably got 30 to 45 kids a day there, and that will go until next Thursday. I did get a request from Mary, who's been helping with some of our kids with homework help, that we could use more volunteers if anybody has folks that would want to be interested in. And it's not like the high school stuff or the even middle school stuff. This is like 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old math, that sort of thing. So if anyone's interested in donating an hour from 3:30 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday, we could really use some help in that area. The kids really appreciate it. And I know it's been great for a few of the kids that have been there, and we could use some volunteers. We still have the Commit to Fit with Bridget going on Thursday nights. Tap Fit's going to be on hold for a little while. And Open Way has had a good number of folks coming through using it with our yoga offerings that we've been having. I think Saturdays have been picking up even as well.
They're doing Tai Chi out there too. They had about 10 people last week for Tai Chi.
Which is a lot for Tai Chi.
Okay.
I think I have it at the bottom. Yeah, winter break camp. Okay. We had Savista Bank Ice Rink. It's been open since what, second week in November. If you came down Friday or Saturday for Winter Wonderland, especially Friday, we ran out of sizes of skates. Like all the skates were basically out on the rink because we had so many people down there using it, and it was kind of neat to see. Linda's got more concrete
Yeah,
numbers,
so
but
for Winter Wonderland, just for the 2 days, we did 1,355, which was up $535 from Winter Wonderland last year. We had 110 more skaters. 271 people skated in 2 days, which was 110 more than last year's Winter Wonderland. It was insane. I mean, I looked at one point, and I'm not exaggerating, there was probably 50 people in line. And that was when we were out of all those sizes. So for the season, we have done $1,925, which is up $780 to last year. And 156 more skaters year to date, and so,
we'll probably see a lot
Wow.
more with
Yeah, with the weekend being nice.
yeah.
Anybody questions the use of artificial ice to real ice? There's just, you couldn't do it.
Right,
The 50s, it just
Right.
wouldn't happen. So it's
Yep.
definitely perfect situation.
We've had several other organizations that are interested in our synthetic reach out. Yeah, I know Annette's had calls. We've had calls. Just how did you, like they got a $10,000 grant to put in an ice rink, so they put in like the plastic down and are just kind of waiting for the temperatures to drop. And we're like, well, we've been skating since November, and the kids, a lot of kids around here have never been on ice skates on real ice, so at least getting that experience. It's not the same as on real ice, but it's pretty darn close.
Like artificial turf, it's the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
When will how long will it stay open for, Jason?
Through New Year, and then we'll see what the weather's like in January, and if we have decent weather to be able to keep it open. If it's dropping to, 10 below wind chill, that sort of thing, we'll probably close it up.
Yeah,
But,
that's a little windy out there.
yeah, but we had a pretty mild winter last year, so we'll have to
Yeah.
see.
Cool.
And then right below that, I had event updates. That was just to kind of let everybody know how Winter Wonderland went. Like mentioned, we had 60 degrees on Friday night. It was breezy, but we'll take breezy over rain any day. The rain did come Saturday. We were supposed to go till 6 o'clock. About 4:45, we looked at the radar, and there was a storm of brewing and coming across, and we just put out a notice to everybody that was out on the ice rink, hey, you've got about 5 or 10 minutes, and it's going to start pouring, and it did, and everyone was off and got to their cars before that. But just a great Winter Wonderland event with Shores and Islands, Destination Sandusky, and North Coast Young Professionals, and then we had Jeff from Rock and Roll Express doing some DJ stuff. Hoping to, bring it back next year and have the same weather, but I know that's not always going to be the case. But was really happy that the people were downtown, and we had, some shopping events going on too. That was part of the event, and looking forward to next year.
I believe this year, since we moved the skates into the trailer right next to the rink, it's been a benefit to the ice rink, so they're not having to cross over and go into the little building. It just makes a whole bunch of difference, and then you can actually monitor a little better as well.
Gives us the ability to staff it with one person too. You don't have to have somebody running across all the time.
All right. Anything else on our old business?
No.
New business?
Winter break camp, we have opened up winter break camp to online registration right now, and let all the folks know in our out of school that it is open. We're going to push that out well, by me talking about it right now, we're pushing it out here, but also via social this weekend to get that camp full. It'll be Wednesday and Thursday, December 27th and 28th, and Wednesday and Thursday, January 3rd and 4th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Mills. And as I put down at the bottom, we could use some volunteer help there. If you want to play some dodgeball, help serve some of the lunches that we have, hold a lizard, because Max, the Dragon King, is going to be there and doing his program with our resident Euromastics, Millie Rex, if you've met her. And any help that you can provide, we could use some volunteer time if you got some time. Any questions on, and also we'll be putting out the other winter things that we have going on, so gymnastics, the yoga, the Tai Chi, and those sort of things that we have during greenhouse yoga. Those things will be going out digitally as well. Very quiet in here.
Parking facility.
Do you have anything for Ryan's crew?
We're just going to take advantage of the warm weather. The weather has been good. Our grounds guys next week are going to do some ball field maintenance. We figured since it's nice out there, we want to get a jump start on that. So they're working on that, and then currently they're doing all of the service of all of the golf course equipment that they're working on that. One thing I have done is I started meeting with all the priority use agreement holders, just a way that I can interact with them to see how it went last year, what things we need to work on, to try to get some clarification on dates when they're going to have the fields available, and make sure that they understand, once they tell me they need the fields groomed, we groom them, and they are responsible for maintaining. We had some hiccups with that last year, I would say, where they said, oh, yeah, we want the fields. We groomed them, and then they didn't get on them for 2 weeks. Well, we know when you don't get on a field for 2 weeks, it really did no good. So just trying to do that, trying to set some parameters on what are the city's responsibility, what's priority use holders' responsibility, so that we're all on the same page. We are going to do in spring, as soon as we can get on there, we are going to do a ball field grooming class that we want everybody to attend, just so that we're all on the same page as to what they're responsible for and what we expect out of them during their season.
And our greenhouse crew and grounds work together to get all the lights up for the holiday lighting ceremony. It's a little chilly, but Santa showed up at the right time, and the lights came on at the right time, so we're very happy with that event, and thanks to the Sandusky Community Celebrations Council for pulling that event together. Speaking of events, we're getting ready for next year I've got fishing tournaments wanting to come back this year, just about as many of them. The big one would be that Crappie Alliance. That's going to be the end of October. We're coordinating those right now with some of the other dates that we have for the boat launch, so I'll have a list of those, hopefully at the next meeting of the fishing tournaments that are coming. We just had the city commission approved Ironman, an extension of that to go for another 3 years after the original agreement ends next year. So we have that 2024 is the last one we have of the first agreement, and then 25, 26, 27. There's also 2 years of a possible extension, mutual agreed extension. And Ironman was also named the best Ironman 70.3 and half distance races in the United States for their 2024 guide for triathlete.com. It was us, Louisville, and another race, so that'll give us a little bump in registration, I think, that just came out last week.
And registration's open for that event
Yeah.
next year, yes, I know.
If anyone's trying to be in the relay, which I know some
Yes.
people in your,
So some of the relay people in my world have already registered, so they want to
Good.
make sure they got in.
because
It's a popular event.
those same people texted me wondering why they didn't get in the first year, and I said, you got
'Cause
to
it's really popular.
Me too.
So looking forward to that, and thanks to the commission for being so supportive of that event. We also, speaking of the commission meeting, we had our agreements for the marina, for Towboat Marine. James Kennedy will be operating that for the next 3 years for that agreement, and then Steve Hammer will be operating the Shelby Street Boat Launch for a 3-year, and both of those have a additional 3-year option once those are done. So we have some consistency with those operators, and that'll be a good thing moving forward. And we're also looking to, and Linda's going to talk about a little bit, since she spends a lot of her time down on the pier at the Mylander Pavilion, about the pavilion.
Yeah, so with the increased volume at the Mylander Pavilion, so whenever someone serves alcohol at their event, we charge an extra $100 to cover our insurance rider, although we get a certain amount and then a certain amount with the insurance a year, and then we have to pay, and we have exceeded that. So we're starting to feel like we need to increase the price. So we will be going in front of commission in January to ask to raise the price at $100 for each type of, like, so the resident rental, the non-resident rental, and then the all-day rental would each go up $100, just to basically cover us for our insurance. Also, our public realm guys spend a lot of time setting up the pavilion and cleaning it and dealing, like, just Sunday, there was a baby shower in there and we got a call that they tripped a breaker, so there's a lot of time that they are spending there that they weren't in the past, so.
So Linda, I wonder, I know just, the standard when you check into a hotel is obviously you secure your room with a credit card and that card stays on file, and the final charge for your room really isn't made until after you leave. I didn't know if that was something that would fall into this realm as well, because obviously if you have X amount of damage done.
Well, we have a $250 refundable security deposit.
Okay.
That's separate from their rental fee.
Okay.
So.
They can put that on a card and then it comes off?
Yes,
Okay.
yep. As long as they leave the pavilion the way they found it, they will get that refunded.
Well, we have to do things a little different. We have to refund it via a check issued
Yeah,
from the
so
finance
accounts
department.
payable
Because
status.
Because of the way we have our finances set, so it has to be a
Gotcha,
separate.
so it's
yeah.
not quite the same as what we're talking
Yeah.
about, okay. I
Yeah.
got you, because you're right, I mean, it doesn't take but one time where it's some unfortunate things get broken or whatever. and-
Right,
And it's a busy place.
it is,
Need a little incentive to clean it up, and that's.
right,
it gives you that.
yep. This year, we did have to add helium balloons to the non-decorating. It was, with the rafters in there, there's a lot of balloons.
Strong helium, they stay up there for a long
Yeah.
time.
All right, meeting dates?
What I emailed out, and also, I think Linda made some copies of, are the proposed meeting dates for next year. They're all the second Wednesday of the month at 4:15 PM. I put a list here just to see if that's still what we want to stick with, if there's any recommendations for changes. Linda just whispered that October 9th is her birthday, so we will have cake at that
Expect
meeting.
cake.
November 13th.
These are the planned dates. If we have to change for anything else, we will.
I'm on a cruise.
On a tired or what?
Yeah, I'll be on a cruise.
I know.
Bernie, do you have anything about the dates?
They look good to me.
Okay.
Jason, is it permissible any longer? I know sometimes in the past we had done the meetings at different locations, different parks. Is that permissible anymore, or?
We have a new law director. I can run that by him and see.
Yeah, I mean, with whatever advance notice possible, I always found that to be beneficial.
The main reason I think we're in here is all boards and commissions for the
Sure.
being able to
Absolutely,
record
no, I
is what,
understand that. yeah.
and hear us all talk into the microphones. Yeah.
No, I just was curious. I know that could be problematic, but yeah, if we can, great. If we can't, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Some of us are getting a little bit older, consistency is a good thing, so, second.
You'd be confused on where you're supposed to show up.
I'll make sure Bernie's wherever we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I would also, reiterate, if anyone wants to come out to Mills and see the programs that are going on out there and
Yeah.
check out winter break camp, please come out. Or maybe we can even schedule a post-meeting park stop or something.
All right. Anything else on our new business?
I don't have anything, do you?
No.
Open?
I don't know, I'd like to see maybe some of the board members here just come out and check out the gymnastics program too. I don't think I've ever seen anybody out there other than to pick up money. Yes.
worked it.
Yeah, you worked one.
That worked.
Yeah. But just to come in and see, what we're doing, what our program stands for.
It's very cool.
It's great to watch the interaction with the kids.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's probably one of the bigger money makers for you guys, yes? Just guessing. Just give us some support.
What days are there, Barb, Monday through Thursday?
Monday through Thursday. Our classes are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And our team is on Wednesday,
What's the time?
4:15 to 7:15.
So for the competitive team, do you ever do any sort of, just kind of spurred some thought of coming to Mills or something, or having them do some things at Mills so the kids could?
Like a little demonstration.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
okay.
That'd be great.
Can do that. I have flyers here. I don't know if you guys hand out flyers there, but for the after-school program,
Okay, yep.
hit some of those kids, and, I wear it all the time in school, and they're like, Miss Rose. So, but just every little bit could help.
Anything else from open?
So when do you think, Chris, you're going to have I know you trying to put together the next steps list. When do you expect to have a generic next steps list?
Realistically, probably not till after the holidays now.
Yeah.
But yes, soon thereafter.
So sometime after,
Early
soon after New Year,
January.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not that far away.
No, it's not.
So, okay, thank you.
All right, motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Second.